Hey, what's happening, guys? Dan Darrow here with another Options and Play video update. Uh, as earnings season winds down, I won't have as many earnings related uh, trade ideas, right? Like I won't be going after as many because there just aren't as many earnings on a day-to-day basis, right? However, there are still some coming up. This week was very retail focused. Next week is much more like tech, interestingly, very late in the summer, but a lot of software names are reported next week, right? Um, Now, when it comes to ramp into the reports, which we love to do, they really revolve around trends, right? You need to have like a good, solid trend both in like the stock, right, and also in like the overall market or the sector specifically, because you want consistency. You want to see like the stock like showing like good solid action, because you don't want to like get involved a few days out of a earnings report and watch the stock drop 10%, or like you get involved and it drops and it pops and it drops, it's all over the place, right? Because at the end of the day, you might have been able to get those options at a better price, if you just waited till the earnings day, right? The idea of a rampant report is like you look for a steady trend. Stock looks like it could consistently grind higher into earnings as people get more positive. So if the trends aren't there, then you want to really dial back the ramp into the reports, right? What you really need to focus on too, and this is kind of like a highlights with like CRM, is that there are still like some rampant to report setups out there, but you kind of need to be a lot more selective, and also be maybe a little bit wider with the stops or a little bit wider with the time frames, right? Like normally we like to go like short term because you get like the moves 3, 5, 6 days out, right? Now if the ranges are a little wider, although still in kind of like steady trends, then what you want to look for is maybe like go out like a little bit past, just because you don't want to like necessarily get chopped up. So like you can still participate in some of these ramps, but maybe like instead of like 2 week expiration, maybe like a month, or instead of like if you're looking at like some of these setups for like just like that week, instead of like week, maybe go 2 weeks, right? Because what this will do is, if the stocks are choppy and you don't really get paid on that ramp, then at least like the options that have a little bit more time value will hold on to premiums better, right? So this just something that's on top of my mind, because as we love to play these ramp trades into earnings, and I starting to see some of the trends break. I do want people to still focus on them, but you need to be selective. You need to find the stocks that are still showing quality action, that are still kind of in the trends, but also maybe instead of going with like very short term, think maybe like an extra week. If you're thinking like 2 weeks, maybe look at like a month, because like that might help you survive some of like the day-to-day volatility which we're seeing, right, which is back and forth, without really get chopped up on like those shorter term contracts. Okay. um, so if you like this video and you're looking for more information about trading earnings with options or these rampant report style trades, please follow up with the link in the description of the video for more information on options to play. Have a wonderful night, stay well, and we'll talk to you all tomorrow.